fully supported these border walls. In 2006, as I mentioned earlier, Democrats and Republicans, they did come together to fund a partial border wall in a bill called the Secure Fence Act. 64 Democrats in the House voted in favor of the bill. In the Senate, it passed with overwhelming support in both parties. Chuck Schumer, who says this is a manufactured crisis, he voted for the wall. Hillary Clinton voted for it. Barbara Boxer, Dianne Feinstein voted for the wall. Barack Obama, Joe Biden. But now that President Trump is in office, well, now the wall is somehow immoral?
You just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody moving on. Love for one another. Call it some friend and call it some brother.
Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. Except for ourselves, we don't suffer fools here. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. From the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s until just recently, every Dem has sworn to take action on the crisis of illegal immigration, citing fences or barriers to stop the invasions. All voted for it. But very little has been done. And here comes candidate and President Trump, who was elected on this and other issues and has kept all of his promises, or most of them, except he can't do this without Congress. And the Democrats have suddenly gotten group amnesia, even to the point of babbling about the immorality of walls. They ought to save it for the other wall hypocrites like, well, the Pope, living in a walled city, the Vatican, and then lecturing Israel about how bad walls are. The mainstream media, who loved it when the Dems were going to do something about it, and now say it's a manufactured crisis. Did anyone else see CNN's Jim Acosta casually walking in broad daylight along a spiked wall in southern Texas on the border? And he's selfieing himself, commenting on how peaceful it was. Well, first of all, it's in the middle of the day. And second of all, yeah, it's peaceful. Well, why? Because you're right against the wall. The wall works. It's like a commercial for wall. He didn't figure this out. The guy is dumb as a rock. I'm sorry. Well, ask the Israelis about walls. Town in southern Israel had 50,000 illegal aliens in 1 year. Then they built a wall. And it went from, in 1 year, 50,000. And that's, imagine, Israel's a tiny state. It's got about 8.5 million people total, maybe 9 million. I mean, it's not even the size of one city like New York. And so they build a wall, goes from 50,000. The next year, it's 16. 16. And so they put a couple of feet on the wall. And in 3 years, they totally eliminated illegal immigration. You know, it's pure fraud. It's pure fraud to contrast Nancy and Chuck's clown show and the president's calm recitation of the facts. To back Nancy and Chuck, which they came up with pretty much a great SNL skit. And so to claim that there's a comparison there is incredible. How the Democrats don't understand that they're on the wrong side of this issue, in my opinion, is nuts. We've got proof that deadly drugs are coming in. People are dying from the drugs, especially a lot in our youth. We've got billions in welfare that have to go to illegals. Our schools are all screwed up. Crimes, including deadly crimes like murder, rape, child trafficking, and this is also the legal immigrants and the dreamers are also getting their jobs taken by illegal immigrants. You know, I think Trump might have won the office in an upset because I think the Latinos left the Democratic Party in good numbers because they're miffed about this. They're, a lot of them, legal. Even if they're dreamers, they don't want people crowding in and taking their jobs. The Democrats completely miscalled that. And now they're losing the black population. So they got to have the illegals. They have to have somebody poor and somebody who's not too familiar with how America works to be on their plantation, so they'll vote for them because they've just about lost whatever they're going to get. So this is a desperate move on the part of the Democrats, and I can't see where it's going to work as long as Trump holds his own, as long as he keeps the faith, and maybe gets a help or two from some Republicans who are not all that helpful a lot of the time. It's bad politics for the Dems. Bad, awful politics. Well, SNL, you've got your skit to play, Chuck and Nancy. I mean, they got them set up with the farmer, you know, the old farmer and the pitchfork and the wife. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like that. And they were so grim. And I'm going to interview Elad Hakim later, and we talk about this. We talk about the clown show that these guys put on. They didn't know what the hell the president... I don't think they had a copy of his speech. And they're just making it up. Well, he lied. I mean, in other words, they wrote that before he gave the speech. Mm-hmm. And he gave a very sound and well-presented speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stick to our guns. We have to support our president. This is an important issue. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I'm Dave Weinbaum. I'm here with the radio legend Stan Hines and my lovely fiancée, Lisa Strasser. And I believe we have our first call today. I don't know who this is, but welcome, JJ. And what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ and Rolla.
Well, how you doing, buddy?
And you've stolen most of my thunder.
No. Go reach over there and get the tinfoil hat on, and go from there.
I'll do that. Say I recorded the president's speech and the rebuttal from comrades, the Democrat comrades. And I got to tell you, like I said, you stole my thunder. Donald Trump came across as factual and linear thinking and sincere. And I'm afraid that Comrade Chuck and Comrade Nancy came off as sock puppets. You were right that they did not release the text of his speech prior to his giving it like they normally do. And I think that was a slick move on his part because it left them flat-footed. They had nothing to say that made any sense. It was the same old pablum that they've been spitting out for years.
Did they help themselves? JJ, did they help themselves in that speech, or did they hurt themselves?
Oh, they hurt themselves. The few Democrats that I actually have words with are fairly moderate Democrats. And in speaking with them yesterday, well, two of them yesterday on the phone, they said, we got to walk away from these people. Yeah, we're still Democrats, but we've got to walk away from this because these people don't know what they're doing. I applaud that, and I'm afraid Chuck and Nancy are not doing their party well. And good. I wish their party no good. I think they're in the wrong. They've come down on the wrong side of this. The immigration business, they've come down on the wrong side of the budget. They've come down on the wrong side of everything that has any meaning. So good. I wish them no good.
All right. So let's say that they don't make a deal, that they don't smart. To me, at this point, I'd smarten up if I was them, because making the government workers as some kind of a hostage, as they're accusing Trump of doing, I don't think it's doing them any good. Because most of those people understand what's going on, and they understand that there's a real a problem at our southern border. We're getting invaded on, and most people get that. It's provable.
You and I talk about the blame game fairly often, and the blame game, of course, is alive and well in Washington, D.C., and I'm afraid the Democrats are the ones that are getting the blame for this.
Well, here's the question I want to ask you. I want to know this, because you are a bright man who's been around for a couple hundred years now. I would like to know, should Trump, if he can't get the Dems to the table within the next, say, 24 hours, should he declare an emergency and do it himself? It's legal. It's legal.
He has that option, but politically, I think that's a bad move. I think he's much better off leaving the government shut down, because that forces this down the throats of the radical Democrats. They're getting the blame for this from the normal man in the street, and I think the blame should sit with them. So, no, I don't think Trump should.
I think originally Trump got the blame, but it's shifting right now. It's shifting very quickly to the Democrats.
It has. Donald Trump is coming across as a logical, reasonable man, and these folks are coming across as nothing but political oligarchs. Anything for the cause, So, I think Donald came off smelling pretty good in this so far, and Chuck and Nancy are looking kind of grim.
As long as the Republicans don't get wobbly, I would agree with that. But, some of them aren't the most reliable people either.
Well, I agree.
So hopefully he'll get the support he needs from the Republicans in the House and the Senate.
Well, he certainly has that support here in mid-Missouri.
Yes, he does.
Folks that I know that are conservatives are staunchly behind him.
And the reason is because you call my show and we talk about it. People are listening.
You got it. This is a representative republic. You've got to talk about this stuff.
I agree. And thank you for being the opening act once again on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
God bless you, Dave.
God bless you too, JJ. Appreciate it. What would I do without JJ in the morning?
And you got to wonder if Soros isn't paying these non-essentials to get out there and protest. I mean, 90% of the people from the IRS that are on leave right now are Democrats.
Yeah.
And you wonder why that was so easy for them to target everybody. That is the
interesting thing, is that most of the non-essential government workers are Democrats.
Right.
Now, does that sound like it's a coincidence?
Oh, no. It sounds
if they're
like
non-essential and they're Democrats, come on.
Right.
I mean, isn't that a funny coincidence that most of the non-essential employees in this country are Democrats?
Yeah, that is funny.
All right. We're taking a low shot right there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Listen to me. We got a great show coming up. We got the rabbi coming up. We've got Elad Hakim, who had a great column on this. This guy's getting to be out there, a top writer. And he's not, he used to be a little bit more polite. I convinced him that be a little bit more aggressive.
Well, yeah, because that doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, it works for some people. But, he asked me about it, and I said, I love your stuff. It's factual. It's blah, blah. I said, but you ought to be a little bit more opinionated, and you ought to really be passionate about what you're talking about.
Well, then again, too, though,
And
he's
he
an
is.
attorney,
Yeah.
and he probably needs to ride a little bit of a line because he wants to keep getting business also.
Well, yeah,
You know,
but
so
you're either going to be a writer or an attorney. Now, if you're going to be a writer who is an attorney, you want to have stuff all in a row,
Oh,
but
gosh,
you still want to be passionate about what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Well, like
and
his
that's
wife
coming,
is.
That's coming through. Dr. Amy, passionate about what she does. And then we've got Laura Loomer, absolutely passionate about what she does. And there's a little news about her coming up. And Deanna Lorraine, another one, passionate about what she does. You know, you notice a theme running through all the people that I interview?
Absolutely.
They're passionate about what they do.
Well, no, they weren't
Okay.
always.
Dang
a lot
it.
of them have become more passionate because of being on your show.
I think if I do anything, I try to serve as a catalyst
You
for
do.
that.
You do.
Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Chris Ranzini. How you doing, Mr. Weinbaum?
I'm good, Chris. What was did you give me your whole name?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I did. It's something
Wait.
like fettuccine or linguine.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Sicilian? This isn't the Sicilian, is it? You're not the Sicilian, are you?
Sicilian.
Where are you from? Where you live?
Well,
Not the
I live-
address. Just the
But I'll
town.
tell you what I'm curious about. I saw an article the other day, and it was saying that now I served my country. I was in the military, and after I came out of the military, unfortunately, I got disabled at a job. But anyway, the gist of the situation is the average check for somebody that's really disabled is about $1,200 a month. But
Right.
these people that are coming in our country, they get over $3,000 a month in benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand why, you know, men that go defend this country come back and you know, it's somehow a problem to take care of us or, you know, to give us what's rightly, justly earned, you know.
Oh, it's not
Because, like,
fair. There's no doubt about it. That's why we're talking about this. It's not fair for people who come in illegally who are going to get welfare payments, or even legally. They get welfare payments and get paid more than veterans like you. It's not right.
Well, they're buying their votes, though. And
Exactly.
That's where the extra money comes in.
Yep.
You understand, and people like me and others out there that are listening, we got where we got because you know why? We earned it. We went out, we worked, we earned it.
You worked, you earned it, and you put your lives at risk.
That's right.
Right.
No doubt about it. And you put your lives at risk for some of the people that are living here illegally.
Border fence and, you know, give me some free cash, free house, free.
Yep.
And nothing's free. There ain't no money tree in the government.
All right, you got it. Listen, thanks a lot for the call. You have a great weekend, Chris. All
God
right.
bless us.
God bless you.
You too,
God
man.
bless you. Thank you for your service. Okay, we're going to be right back. We're going to take our first break and maybe set up a few things like a Sicilian moment or two, do something else, and we'll have some fun. And we're going to get a lot of stuff done today. Have some fun. Get stuff done. How's that?
Yeah.
Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Dreams really do come true.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri, and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett, broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
I voted numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in.
And you voted for an America where we build bridges, not walls.
People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally.
To so many Americans, we do not want the wall to be a symbol of America, much preferring the Statue of Liberty be that symbol.
Those who enter our country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law. And because we live in an age where terrorists are challenging our borders, we cannot allow people to pour into the U.S. undetected, undocumented, and unchecked. If there are disruptions in these countries, if there's conflict, if there's bad governance, if there's war, if there's poverty, in this new world that we live in, we can't isolate ourselves. We can't hide behind a wall.
Do you see how these people work in lockstep? They all agree on something over the years, and all of a sudden, the wall becomes immoral. You want to look at the Statue of Liberty, not the wall, okay? I voted for the wall, Hillary says. I voted for a barrier. And then it's, we can't do that. We have to, be open. And Pelosi can't have a wall. It's immoral. She just called Barack Obama, who has a wall around his house, immoral, by the way, in case you didn't catch that.
Right.
All right, so we're back on the show, and I think we got the rabbi coming up very shortly. But first, if Stan can get me a Sicilian moment, I think we need one shortly. So the House now, which is run by the Democrats, the crazies there, the anti-Semites, the anti-Christians, the pro-Islam, anti-Israel, You have three congresswomen up there, or two of them at least, that have now cut out the name Palestine and put it on top of the Israeli state on a map in their offices. This is what you have in your Congress these days, ladies and gentlemen. And now they've taken the first step to impeach the president separate from the Mueller investigation. That starts next week with, Michael Cohen. Right. And if you want to see what Michael Cohen really is, go to my website, daveweinbaum.net, and you'll see a couple of interesting examples of what Michael Cohen has been. Go on the dog little video, and you'll see what Michael Cohen is. And I don't know, you call him a rat or a dog, whatever, but he was the president's personal attorney. All right?
Right.
Turned into a rat. But he's going to testify before Congress, and just before he goes off to jail. Okay? I mean, if he's cooperating with Mueller and he got all that stuff, why is he going to jail? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got, Stan?
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Oh, we'll hit it.
Okay.
Studies show teens are the best liars. Obama is demanding a recount. Forget about it. See, that ticks Obama off. Whenever they supplant him in certain areas, like, being president like Trump, and, he considers himself to be a really good liar. Well, he got away with it for a lot of years with the mainstream media. So Obama ain't going to forget about it. Let's put it that way. He demands recognition as the best liar ever to be president. And I'm not so sure he isn't right about that, Stan. I don't know what you think. All right, let's do the rabbi coming straight from Efrat, Israel, calling me yesterday. I actually talked to him a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah, I mistakenly, I was trying to pay my credit card, and I was calling them, and all of a sudden, I got the rabbi on the phone in Efrat, Israel.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't call collect.
Maybe it's a second job he's got,
Well, and he said, he was late for the call. He says, what, are you still mad? No, I'm mad. I sort of like butt called you. Well, he really wasn't a butt call. And actually, it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of meant to be. Certain things that are meant to be that you don't intend, but there are some good consequences out of that.
Absolutely.
And I'll be able to tell you about that later on. Anyways, here's the Rabbi Moshe. Hit it.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. Ladies and gentlemen, the second most powerful person in Israel and his own home, according to his wife Yonit, official rabbi to Missouri and future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Casino, and Golf Course and Spa, and the rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothchild. Oh, my God. The people from Licking, Missouri out there yelling, oh, hey! Those people down there in Dulo who don't do much, they do enough, though. Hey, Rabbi, Senate Democrats have come out against the anti-BDS bill, which is an anti-Semitic boycott of Israel. And not only are the new Sharia congresswoman influencing this, but so is Schumer and Pelosi. What's going on?
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was like 80-90% of the Democratic senators voted against this bill. What they will tell you is that they didn't want the first bill of the session, with the government shut down, to be about Israel, and not that they were against Israel, but I don't accept that, because this is something that they could have gotten done despite the government shutdown, and there's no way that the Republicans would have voted against Israel like that. And like I said before, the Democratic Party has institutionalized what was normally a bipartisan issue. They've taken this anti-Israel stance and they've mainstreamed it, and it's very, very frightening.
How do Jews remain Democrats? I don't understand.
Right. I don't really, it's hard for me to understand that. But the truth is, for so many Jews, we know that Israel is not an important part of their voting pattern. I mean, you can ask the same question: is how could an evangelical Christian vote Democrat? Because most evangelical Christians say they are anti-abortion, and Democrats, by and large, are pro-abortion.
Well, I don't think they have as many percentage-wise that are Democrats as are Jews. Do you?
I don't know. I mean, the country is 100 million, 80 to 100 million evangelicals. Add on to that the Catholics. I mean, there's got to be a huge percentage of Christians voting for Democrats. I mean, Hillary got, 65 million votes, 70 million votes, something like that. I mean, someone's voting for her. I mean, you might be right on a percentage basis, but she's certainly getting a lot of votes. The Democrats are getting a lot of votes from Christians. So,
hey, I want to talk a little bit about this 60-minute interview of Sisi, and he claims that there's a lot of cooperation going on with Israel, and then he tried to get CBS to cancel it. Now, did he try to walk it back like an Egyptian?
Yes, exactly. Because they're very afraid, to go on record and be public about the cooperation and the support that the mutual support between Israel and Egypt or any other Arab country. That's why it's always shocking when you have an Arab leader speaking positively about Israel or saying something about military cooperation or something like that. And Kuwait, Bahrain, maybe, but Egypt is a big deal. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. Well, look, Egypt is we have a peace treaty with Egypt, which we signed under Menachem Begin and Anwar Sadat. However, you got to remember the Muslim Brotherhood plays a very big role in Egypt, and we have the same issue with Jordan. Jordan is controlled by the Hashemites, but they are a minority to a Palestinian majority. So, King Hussein has to be very careful what he says, and he has to criticize Israel, at least publicly. Now, here's something I want to talk about, because I've been talking about this for 20 years. Israel is demanding compensation for Jews expelled from Arab countries. It's almost 900,000 Jews that were expelled. Some were murdered. Most of them were stripped of all their belongings, and they were just sent on their way. Most ended up in Israel. What do you think of this? Well, I think it's about time. And in case your listeners don't know what you're referring to, during the war, when Israel was declared a state, just before and a little bit after, Jews were expelled from Arab countries. They were not allowed to take their possessions with them. Explain how long some of these Jewish families have been living in these countries. We're talking about Jewish families that have been in some of these countries to trace themselves back to the destruction of the temple. We're talking about a couple thousand years. And communities were uprooted. About close to 1 million Jews were sent packing. without their possessions, without their money. And Israel, the fledgling state of Israel, absorbed many of those Jews from the Arab countries, and we never pressed them on that. And and it's about time, because we hear left and right about all the quote-unquote Arab refugees, and it's ridiculous that we're not pressing pressing the same buttons. And I'm glad to hear that they're starting to make a big deal out of it.
Is Iran on the brink of collapse?
I believe so. I mean,
What evidence do you have?
What evidence do I have? I can't tell you, Dave.
You can't tell me?
It's top secret. I can't shit.
Come on. Nobody's listening. I promise. Nobody's listening. Come on, you can tell me. I won't tell anybody. Jesse, you can't tell anybody. Jesse just took his ears off. You can tell me.
Okay.
Come on.
What evidence do I have? Well, let's just say the Ayatollah has to take a cab home now, so, they're pretty much out of money. So.
No more Uber for him?
No more.
All right. Well, on that note, where can people find you? Besides a comedy club somewhere.
Yeah, they can email me at Rabbi Moshe at IsraelAlliance.org. Or, of course, they can find me through the station, through you.
Hey, speaking of evidence, what kind of evidence did the body thief give to the cop?
What kind of evidence did the what?
What kind of evidence did the body thief give to the cop?
I give up.
He gave him the finger. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothchild, listening to another bad joke of mine. You can use that in your comedy act. And when are you going on stage?
January 27th is my next show.
So you guys, you'll fly a Malta free to Israel and get them good seats?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks. Shabbat shalom, my friend.
All right. Shabbat shalom.
How do you eat the kids? Thanks.
You got it.
Lisa says hi. Bye-bye.
Hi back. Bye-bye.
Okay, you should be pretty happy about that, honey. I mentioned your name.
I got the high
so
back.
You got a mention. You had a mention in the Holy Land right there.
Yay!
Isn't that sweet?
That sounds like a
good
plan.
What did you tell me last night? You told me that you are so looking forward to our very important event and date in the Exumas, and I said what? I said I thought we were getting married there.
Not exhuming something, huh?
Yeah. I'll be exhuming my golf clubs.
I just noticed a memory popped up on Facebook. It was 5 years ago today that we were on a plane headed to Israel.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Is that where we went? Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah, we did.
How about that? Man. And we had the tour from the rabbi. He's the best tour guide in Israel. You ought to really... and he specializes in Christians and Jews, and
right.
So if Lisa being a Christian, me being a Jew, it was great. I mean, it's just amazing to
really good.
To walk through the same areas as Moses, and Moses never quite made it there. So right. David and Moses and not Moses. I see she's showing me pictures. I can't multitask as much as I used to be able
guys,
to.
We're not supposed to.
My God, let me focus on what I'm saying here. Okay, so it was a good trip. I'd advise if you need, call me 573-578-2700, and I'll get you in touch with the rabbi. And book your trip. I mean, it's amazing. He's taking a bunch of preachers, pastors, ministers, and they love him.
Yeah, I can hear him now. And this is the tomb of what was that guy's name? Jesus. Yeah, no, just
no.
I'm joking.
He took us to the two possible tombs of Jesus.
Right.
One in the Sepulchre Church, and the other would be the Garden tomb. And we actually got to stand in the Garden tomb.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it says on the wall, it's got a sign on the wall. I'm sure it wasn't in English at the time, but it said, he is not here, for he has arisen.
Ah.
That's in the Garden Tomb, right?
Yeah, I went in there.
I think I'm quoting about. So did I.
I went in there, yeah.
They let Jews in.
We took pictures in there.
Yeah, well, Jesus went in, so they let Jews in.
He was a Jew.
He was a Jew. That's right.
That's right.
Okay, so we're back on the show. Call the show, 573, and tell me not to use the word of, Jesus anymore. I understand. I understand, but it's true. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and pretty soon we'll be taking another break. We got a lot of stuff. Am I right or wrong about this Pelosi and Schumer versus Trump the other night? I want you to call the show and let me know. What did you think when you were watching first the president in what I thought was a fairly low-key, dignified, pretty emotional, and yet he had the facts of what he had good facts, let's put it that way, and using the common sense of what's going on with the drugs and the invasion and the sanctuary cities and all this stuff and the cops being killed and all the other crimes being committed. I thought he made a pretty good case. I mean, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. And then came Nancy and Chuck. First of all, they looked really cheap. You know why they looked cheap?
Why?
Because they only could afford one podium.
Oh, for both of them.
I mean, they're standing next to each other, and the looks on their faces, oh, my God.
Well, you got to wonder if they were put together by beauticians or taxidermists.
I mean, it was like they were nervous. These rebuttal speeches don't work out well generally.
Especially when they don't get the stuff in advance.
Yeah, because all they could do was remember, they wrote this speech before he spoke, and they didn't have any knowledge of what he was going to speak about.
Exactly.
Basically just said, well, he's a liar.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't matter that they had his speech or not had a speech. Right? And so did the mainstream media.
Right.
You heard the words manufactured crisis, manufactured emergency, manufactured, every single one of them using that particular word.
Well, according to Barack Obama, there was not going to be any more manufacturing jobs.
Well, that too. But I'm saying
what are they going to do?
What I'm saying is that manufactured seemed to be the word of the day amongst the mainstream media. When they pass out those points, you can tell.
Absolutely.
Because you go from one to the other, and they're all saying the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Immoral.
Right. Listen, call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel and Henry Company. Daniel and Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel and Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Go ahead, treat yourself to a new Chevy from Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. Right now, get $10,250 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star 4-wheel drive, or 0% APR for 72 months. Chevy, more reliable than Honda, Toyota, and Ford. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Stop in for full details at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, 100 Fairgrounds Road. Chevy, find new roads.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Waited in line and the tens of millions of immigrants that had to fly halfway across the world to come into this country.
So let's outlaw all walls. Let's get that wall around the Obama house and tear that sucker down.
Well, it doesn't work anyway, does it?
Well, of course not. According to the Dems, why would you do that?
Right.
You know, let's get the walls around the Vatican, for example. The Pope has already gone to Israel and pointed to the walls that Israel has, which, by the way, work, and told Netanyahu to tear his wall down. All right, back on the show. Okay, that was me from last week. And this wall thing keeps, it's like the gift that keeps on giving, I guess. We're climbing the walls here, waiting for a decision on the walls. There you go. Hey, I want to give credit out there real quick because I don't want to forget, and I got a big list. I got a lot of people pushing this show. We got Gary out there in Texas. He's out there on Twitterland, and he announces the show on Twitter right at the start of it every single week. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. Candace out of Michigan. Liz. Cutie Pie out of California, as is Eve. Barb. Brendy. I think her first name is Mindy, actually. Yonadov out of Israel, I think. Craig. Gottlieb. Rich. Angela. Karen. Shayna from Israel. Ken. Daryl. Donna. Mike. And Kathy Dillon, that would be. Patty Alderson from Brazil. Stoney from Rolla. Anna, Dale, and Andy. Okay, that's as much as I can do. So if you didn't get on the list this time, I'll do my best to get you on. Because if I had all the people that were helping me, and I could speak about them for 3 hours. I really appreciate it, believe me. And someday I owe you each a beer, okay? I might have to will it to you, but, what are you going to do? All right, so thank you so much for pushing this show and listening. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Hi, Chester, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Just watching the rain go by. It's just ended for a while.
All right, so how bad is it going to get?
Well, the forecast is, 3 to 5 inches of snow.
Okay.
Later this evening and tomorrow.
Right.
So,
I was thinking it was supposed to snow since 5 o'clock this morning.
No. What we're getting is just the first front of the rain coming by now. There was some snow lower south of us, but all we're getting is rain. The rain is going to turn to snow in the late afternoon and then all through the night maybe.
Wow. Well,
and then tomorrow is when everybody's going to get really snookered.
But you didn't really call about the weather, did you?
Of course not.
All right,
you
go
were
ahead.
talking about the Dems and the media and how they have this lockstep message.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that, everybody has to look back at what Trump has done. The media sets the tone of the message. They don't care what the Republican says, because they're all Democrats supporting, and they just go and start with their message. And it was really noticeable when George W. Bush was elected and the whole thing started with gravitas. That's when it became famous. Every single news story was about gravitas. That was the code word that Bush lacked it. And they just keep painting this. They just keep painting anything as a big, whatever the lie is, it doesn't matter. The media just tells it. Everybody hears it. They just keep repeating it. It's one big giant echo chamber.
And isn't it interesting that when Obama was talking about the necessity, the crisis of the border, and we got to do something about it, that the press just went along right with it and supported him.
Not only that, the press pretty much, the media is what probably started most of it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They're all working for the same people.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's messed up everything for these people is that Trump started tweeting. And that's why everybody...
Absolutely.
Everybody, you still hear people in the mainstream media and even a lot of supposedly conservatives will still complain that's like not presidential and all. Like, yeah, but he's getting his message through, and that's what counts.
And
he's broken through the filters of the media, and we hear what the president is saying, not what the media says the president is saying.
People like the Bushes, Senior and Junior and Jebby, hated Donald Trump for that because why? Because they would never stand up for themselves. They just let these guys lie about them. And pretty soon, it became the truth.
Exactly. That's why both of them ultimately, went out and, they're totally disrespected. Well, the only reason anybody liked H. Bush was because he died.
Yeah.
That made him a hero.
Yeah, but the Dems love George W. Bush, the son, because he went along with the program. He let them eviscerate them, and by doing that, eviscerate America.
Well, they love him in the sense that he was a sucker.
Well,
but they totally destroyed his integrity, his credibility. They just made a liar out of him from the day one.
Donald Trump,
all they've ever done.
If he keeps his cool, he's going to go down as one of the best, if not the best, president ever, in my opinion. And he's got to fight back. He's got to do it smart, but he's got to fight back, in my opinion.
However,
agree?
now back as far as the Vatican Wall, one little thing, you have to preserve that wall because it's a national historical site. Government subsidy.
Wait a minute. I got to sneeze. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Did that come out in the... did you hear me on the air? Just, come on. Give me a break. Even Steve is laughing at that
Chester.
one. Look at him. He's out there laughing at that one.
We appreciate your
All
call,
right. Thanks
Chester.
a lot, buddy. You have a great day, and hi to Martha.
Hi, Martha.
It's just all right. Take care. All right. We got another caller, and good. Love the callers. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joe from Salem.
Hi, Joe. What's up, buddy?
Hey, didn't the Germans put up a wall between East and West Berlin?
Well, that was the Russians. The Russians did that.
The Russians did, but it was still a massive failure. I mean, they shot their own countrymen, and
that was a wall. That was a wall to keep people in. Right. All right. That wasn't a wall to keep people out.
In, out.
Well, that's a big difference.
We've got an issue with the border of the southern part right now.
Yeah.
There is a problem with that. There is no doubt.
Okay,
but,
so
they shouldn't be allowed to have our tax dollars given to them. They haven't earned it.
Oh, you're talking about the illegals that come in.
You're right, but that's the way. But that's the way it is. That's what Donald Trump is fighting.
Right.
Because why are we paying for this? Why are you paying for it?
Because of Congress.
Right.
You know, they should have to work here at least 30 years to even benefit from that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's okay
there's
if they
gotta be
go.
something
Whatever it takes to become a citizen is fine with me. But they've bypassed that whole system. I mean, it makes people
and then you just give it away.
It makes people who came in and did it the right way feel like they were robbed.
Well, yeah, you know, we're working here for a long time to get any kind of benefit at all, and they're giving all our benefits away.
So what do you think? Did you watch the president's speech the other day and Pelosi and Schumer's response?
No, I did not.
Oh, God, go and watch it. And let me know what you think, okay? Because I thought that contrast was just amazing. Hey, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. All right.
You bet.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think we're going to take another break, and then I think we're going to hear from Elad, unless you have something else.
No, I'm just getting there.
All right.
Ready?
You don't have the you have Sicilian message?
I've got that too. Which you prefer?
I want a Sicilian right now. God, I thought you always surprise me with a few Sicilians here and there.
Well, I had Elad queued up and everything, so I'm ready.
We'll do it. Right. Then we'll do a break, and then we'll do Elad.
All right.
I put the pay in patriarch. Forget about it. Yeah, me and the Godfather, you know. We decide who gets the money, you know. If you're one of my kids even, if you don't act right, you're not going to be in my will. You're going to be in my won't. All right, we're back on the show. And we're going to take a break right now. Call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
From Apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much
A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
KKID, Salem, Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Oh, they still tried to fact check, but it was hard because the stats were real and they were sobering. Like when Donald Trump detailed the murder of a young police officer, a dismembered neighbor, gang members stabbing a young girl to death. Those, sadly, are facts. Also hard to question, the 266,000 arrests of aliens with criminal records, the 100,000 assaults, 30,000 sex crimes, 4,000 violent killings, the 1 in 3 women sexually assaulted on the trek through Mexico, or the 20,000 migrant children illegally brought into the U.S. last month, many used by coyotes and gangs. Those were facts ignored by the media and, of course, by Ma and Pa Kettle. Trump had put them in a fact-checked box. But the best overreach, there's a bona fide emergency on the border, said the Washington Post just days ago. Jesse brought it up here yesterday. Then when Trump brought up this humanitarian crisis, the same paper called him a liar. Was it because he used their analysis?
You know, Americans aren't stupid. They see this stuff time and time again. And pretty soon, you know what? They believe their lying eyes, even if they have an inclination to hate Trump. They see this, and it convinces people who have any honesty and any emotion other than hate Trump available to them. If they listen to this stuff, they have to change. Now, I took on Cher last night on Twitter. She wrote a very nasty thing. And I made a mistake. I thought she was talking about Donald Trump. I had to apologize. Not that she's read it or anything like that, but she made this horrible statement. And I was sure she was talking about Donald Trump. She was talking about Pelosi. You know what she was saying? Give them the damn wall. These people that are out there without work, without pay now. Today's the first day without a paycheck for some of them, for a lot of them. Give them the damn wall. What the hell's the big deal? Exactly. Now, that Cher, who is and I read some of her other tweets, totally in the tank for Hillary, totally in the tank for Nancy Pelosi, loves Nancy Pelosi, just talks about her as much as she can. I guess she was there for her coronation or something, or whatever they call it when they make her Speaker of the House. For her, it's a coronation, believe me. All right. So, all right, we're back on the show. Now we got somebody who's going to be talking about the very subject that Greg Gutfeld was talking about, and that's the comparison between Donald Trump, his speech, and the clown show by Pelosi and Schumer. So hit it, Stan. Ladies and gentlemen, legal powerhouse in Southern Florida, conservative writer on the American Thinker and Daily Caller and a bunch of other internet sites, and the official lawyer to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Elad Hakim. Hi, Elad. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, you just wrote a column, and we're going to go over a couple columns. We just wrote a column about the Pelosi-Schumer clown show, which the title of which I love. And this is regarding the government shutdown. Plus, I want you to please explain what you mean by this. Is this a manufactured crisis going on?
You know, I wrote the article after listening to the speech, Trump's speech, and then to Pelosi and Schumer's response. And no, I don't think it's a manufactured crisis. I think that the president did a really, really good job in laying out the basis of his plan and his desire to secure the border for the wall. And not only for the wall, I think he did a good job in his speech laying out other mechanisms that he wanted to utilize, electronic mechanisms, etc., in order to protect the border. And I felt that the response was really just loaded with talking points, and not only that, the appearance that Pelosi and Schumer gave when they came out, the two of them standing together, they looked, there were on the internet, there were people talking about parents scolding their children. They looked angry, they looked nervous, and they said nothing. They literally came out and said what was expected. They criticized the president's character. They called him a liar. They claimed that he was providing misinformation. And at the same time, they really didn't provide any sort of factual basis or substantiation for anything.
Did they have Did they have any advance notice of the speech?
I don't know. Somebody asked me that today, and I don't know if they did. Typically with these big-ticket type speeches, they're given advance notice. But and I think that there was a Wall Street Journal article or a journalist that came out and indicated shortly before the speech that the president wasn't going to declare an emergency. So I'm not sure whether they had notice. But regardless of whether they had notice, they didn't really say anything new. They called him a liar, which they've done in the past, and they shifted the blame to others or to him and Republicans, which they've done in the past. But they really haven't said anything about why the wall won't help, short of saying that they think it's going to be ineffective.
Well, they say that it's 14th century tech. And yet, in Israel, we all know it works in Israel. The experts at the border, our Border Patrol, say it works. We have evidence that it does work.
Well, not only that, they also, I don't know if Pelosi did, but Schumer and Obama and Clinton, they voted for a similar type fence or protective mechanism in the past.
Yeah.
And, 14th century, we're not talking that long ago. We're talking, I think, in 2006 or 2000, not too long ago.
Schumer, 2009, wanted a 600-mile fence, he called it.
Correct.
Okay.
So they voted for it.
Yeah.
They voted for it in the past. And I think Trump nailed it when he said the reason they don't want this is because he wants it.
Yeah.
It's becoming a recurrent theme. If the president wants it or if the president supports something, regardless of whether it could benefit the country or not, they're going to go against it.
And they're trying to blame, they're trying to hang over his head the people that will start not getting their checks. That's the major tragedy of this. Instead of all the drugs coming in and all the murders happening.
Because it's deflecting.
Yeah.
They can't speak to the issue, so they speak to emotion. And the president has indicated that he feels sorry for the people who aren't getting their checks, but this is a more pressing issue right now for the country.
Yes.
So that was the basis for the piece.
So does the president have the right to declare an emergency at the border?
I think he does. I think that the emergency, I think it was called the Emergency Act, allows him to do so, and I believe that there are different statutory provisions within the Act that allow him to do that. Now, eventually it's going to end up in court if he does that, because Democrats have already indicated their plan is to challenge any sort of emergency if he declares it. But I think his position would be, look, there's a crisis on the border.
Sure.
There's a risk to the security of Americans, and he's going to. I think he'd probably try to sell it that way. And then I think there's a provision that allows for the military, I believe, or to use military funds, funds that were earmarked, for example, for military use, to be used in order to build a structure to protect Americans. So I think that's one way he could potentially sell it, but again, it would be an issue for the court to decide if it ever gets to that.
And this begs the question, if Trump declares it an emergency, does the government get back online?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I believe that if he declared it an emergency, I believe that he would then reopen the government. I think it's all about him signing a budget, them proposing a budget, and I think that's what's holding things up now, is that he's not signing any proposed budget deal because he needs it to include funding for border security in the wall.
So he's already got the bill with the budget in it, and he could just take care of this as a separate issue and then sign that other stuff in the budget. Can Congress take it back in retribution?
What do you mean? Can Congress take it back? Can they
have a bill? They have a bill they made. Can they revote? Of course, in the Senate, they have the votes. The Republicans do. I don't know. It's just something to consider, the ways that this could end the shutdown or not.
Well, I think it's definitely more likely if the president was to invoke an emergency or to call for an emergency, then I think he would probably be more likely to sign a budget deal as opposed to what Schumer recommended, as to sign a budget and then subsequently afterwards deal with the border security issue. I don't think he's going to do that, and I think that the president wisely reacted to the ABC reporter yesterday who asked that question.
Yes.
So I don't think he should do that. If he deals with the security issue first and gets funding for that and then subsequently signs some sort of bill, or budget, that's something else. But I don't think it's going to work the other way.
Elad, where can we find you?
You can find me on Thoughtful GOP on Twitter and Thoughtful Conservative on Facebook, and then EladHakimPA.com for any legal questions.
Hey, I've got a legal question right now.
Okay,
you know what?
Ahead.
You know what? I got to admit it. I stole some dumbbells, and my defense was that, they advertised them as free weights. Is this a legitimate defense to my crime?
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, thanks. Don't charge me. It was a joke, a bad joke.
No charge. No charge. For you, never.
Oh, I love that. You don't know where I can go with my lawsuits, do you? All right, Elad Hakim, thank you so much for being the lawyer to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Shabbat Shalom.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right. All right, Elad Hakim. And back on the show as soon as Stan hits the buttons, and he did. And it's interesting. It's kind of like I stumped the lawyer, but I want to remind everybody what this is really about. Okay, this kabuki theater thing where the Democrats and the Republicans decide to have these continuing resolutions. In other words, they agree to fund the government, and they're going to make a deal on DACA, make a deal on the wall and the southern border. It never happens.
Right.
Okay, they've been doing this since the 80s.
Bait and switch.
Bait and switch. Donald Trump, they said they were going to take care of the border. They never did. He signed the bill. They never took care of the border. Okay, so it's time for the American citizens to get their representatives in line. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is doing. He's getting these people in line. They've promised to do this for 30 years. The problem's been there for the last 50 or 60 years. And Donald Trump is saying enough is enough. We have enough people getting killed. We have enough disease coming in the country. We have enough children being taken advantage of. We have enough women getting raped. We have enough people coming across the border with the drug cartels and all that stuff. And so I don't understand what the Democrats' position is on this. I don't get it. Because now he can sign the thing, and I'm pretty sure now that he can sign the bill, fund the government, and it's all over for the Dems. What are they going to run on? I don't understand their position. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Dave. It's Adolf.
Hey, Adolf. What's up, my friend?
Hey, not too bad. We had a good time at the legislative ball. Got to spend a few years. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to know that, there's other walls that worked. if I'm not mistaken. Didn't the Berlin Wall work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Berlin Wall worked. It worked keeping people in.
East Germany.
Keeping people from East Germany to get into West Germany. Yeah, it worked from that viewpoint. But that's
well,
what
the other
Western
other wall that worked.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other wall that worked great is the one in Warsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Warsaw Wall. Really?
Yeah, when they walled in the Jews into a ghetto, they stayed there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, the other thing I'd like to mention is we'd like to have you as a speaker at our Republican Club next month.
Okay, well, give me, you know my phone number, 578-2700. Why don't you text?
Yeah, we got it.
Text me the time and place, and I'll probably do it for the same amount I charged you last time, which
sounds like a wonderful idea.
I think it was what was it? A buffet, right? A buffet dinner.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Send me some info. Okay.
Oh, roger that.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
You have a great one.
Boy, I know how to negotiate great deals for myself, don't I? Yeah, man, can I negotiate amazing deals? Hey, coming up, we've got Dr. Amy, the better half of Elad. Although I like Elad, I mean,
too.
It's interesting. Yeah. For some reason, I have this inclination to think like a lawyer, and to come up with stuff that I can actually add to the argument, you know, and I'm usually pretty much on it. I don't know why. I don't have any legal education.
Well, you've probably paid for several law
but I sat
degrees.
through a bunch. I sat through a bunch. Yeah, I got an education, believe me.
Right.
And good and bad, but I got experience in the court of law. And you know what? My position is that if I don't have to ever go into a court of law again, I don't want to.
Right.
But if it's necessary, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to back down. Heather, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Hopefully this is not one of my ex-wives. What's your names and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jim from Rolla.
Hey, Jim, what's up, man?
Hey, well, I won't go there, but anyway.
Oh, wait a minute. You know, you're a funny guy.
Don't get me in trouble. I don't want you coming over here and trying to beat me up.
No, I would never do that. I'd send Stan.
I'm too old for that nonsense.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
I get it.
I seen that guy walking the fence. I thought, he said, well, there's no people here. There's nothing here.
Yeah,
no wonder.
Acosta,
they can't
right?
Get over the fence, you dumb.
Yeah, I mean, how what a display of absolute idiocy to prove his point that we didn't need the wall, but the wall was there, and it was peaceful. I mean,
yes.
Okay, that's just so stupid, and it's self-implicating. I mean, it's like he did this all on his own. You know, nobody made him do it. Gee.
No, you're right. That was a volunteer deal.
That was just incredible. You got to go see this. I don't know if I put this on my site or not. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. But this Acosta's walking along a border fence, and he's saying how peaceful it is, right. As if to say, well, there's no crisis. Well, yeah, there's no crisis in areas where that might have walls. Okay. There you go.
Hey,
that's a good point.
Yes. I got to tell you one real quick. I know it. My friend bought a brand new SUV the other day. Man, these automobiles today, they just got everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The backup video and the DVD player and the whole 9 yards. Anyway, he was telling me, he says, I've had it about 3 weeks now. He said, 2 weeks I'm pushing buttons, trying to get the radio to turn on.
Yeah.
So he said, I finally took it back to the garage where I bought it, and the guy come out and said, well, let's go look at it. Talk to his salesman. He said, let's get in. So he gets in. He said, now, what are you doing? He said, well, I push this button on the radio and that button, and that just won't work. He said, it's voice command.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all you got to do is say, foreigner, Abba, whatever. So he said, I tried it, Jim. He says, okay, radio, I want you to play foreigner. So it played foreigner.
Yeah.
And then he went to Abba, and he said, it is so cool.
Yeah.
But the other day, an older lady pulled out in front of him.
Yeah.
And he had to slam on the brakes. And when he gets done, he said, "Well, you stupid old woman, you! How ignorant could you be?"
Yeah.
The radio comes on and says, "Hillary."
All right, listen to me. I love your humor, but you know what? It's like the comedy clubs. They give you a time. All right, then they wave the candle, and if you don't get off the stage, they start throwing things at you. So you got to give me shorter jokes, okay? Can you do that?
Right. All right, later, dude.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. You have a great weekend. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air. I guess not. Call back. Okay, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. Let's see what we got here. I think I feel like a little Alexa, the old people version, if you got that. Yeah.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
Alyssa, what time is it? What the hell is wrong with this blasted thing? Amanda!
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again. Oh, yes, sir.
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
In what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
Hey, I don't know about that.
And as Lisa just pointed out, not Elisa, not Amanda, as Lisa just pointed out, now Amazon can do what?
Can control your vibrator.
Can control your vibrator?
Yeah. Did you? Hopefully, with that you didn't have it turned on, did you? No, I'm not talking about the vibrator here. I'm talking about. All right. Well, Lisa just gave us some important news, and that Alexa can control your vibrator. Okay. So, thank you for that newsflash. All morning, she's been looking for just the right story to break, and that was it. You did your job.
Yep.
Hey, darling. Oh my gosh, she was on time, and she broke that amazing story. How about that? Okay.
So with just a voice, you can make your back feel better or your neck feel better.
Yes, exactly.
I guess.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Says you need to do one thing, but I don't know what that one thing is.
No, Lisa was going there. I don't know.
Maybe you could say, "Shake me up, baby,"
Yeah, there
and
you
then
go.
do the whole body
Stan
massage.
the singer. All right, where are we? We got next is coming up, Dr. Amy.
Yeah.
And have we taken enough breaks yet?
I think we've taken quite a few. Yeah,
Quite a few. Okay, we got four. We got through 7.
I'm ready whenever you are for the next.
How about we do a break right now after another Sicilian moment? I feel like a Sicilian moment. I feel like forget about it a lot today. I don't know why.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah.
All right.
A little frustrated. Age may be just a number, but how many 150-year-olds do you hang out with? Forget about it. You know, that's a question of the ages, isn't it? I mean, think about it. Age does matter. I don't care what they say. You can't forget about that. You know, we get old. We die.
Yeah.
It's sad. A lot of us die when we're on the radio, too. I've done that before. I've died on stage doing stand-up comedy.
Does that mean you were killing them, or?
I don't know. Well, sometimes you kill, sometimes you get killed. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, you know? And there were some times when I killed up there, and with the same material, I'd come back, different audience, and I thought I did good, but they didn't get it. Couldn't be my fault, could it?
Nah.
Never. All right, we're back on the show. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. And we're going to be talking to Dr. Amy, who's always a hoot, pretty soon. We got Laura Loomer coming up. And by the way, there was an article on her the other day in the Wall Street Journal, and I didn't know about it, and I got the article in another online edition, and I texted her and said, do you know about this article? Because what the article says is that Laura Loomer got fired by CARE. CARE went to Twitter, Jack Dorsey, and got her fired after she wrote a tweet about the gal that called Trump the MF word, okay? And said we are going to impeach the, mother friend.
So got fired or got her banned?
Got her banned for life.
Oh, okay.
Got her banned for life. Did I say fired?
Yeah. I was just curious.
Yeah. So this is a law professor at Cornell University. His name is William Jacobson, I believe. And so I tweeted. I said, "Did you know about this?" And so she called me and she said, "Yeah, I know about it. It was in the Wall Street Journal." She says. So she might be taking some legal action against CARE. I don't know if she's got a case or not. But it's amazing that she's got the tweet that allegedly got her fired. She didn't say anything wrong. She just pointed out to the Sharia law-friendly person, these people are getting away with hashtag kill Jews.
Right.
I mean, people are getting away with that. Farrakhan's still on there. Kill the Jews, a Satan. Jews are Satan. White people are Satan. But Laura Loomer, you know why she's getting all this? It's because she's effective. Go on my website right now, DaveWeinbaum.net, and you can get a rehash of her last year of all the highlights she's had, all the people she's Loomered, from Hillary to Comey to a couple of these Congress people, to Keith Ellison, to Abrams in Georgia. Just incredible, the stuff. She should win about 5 Pulitzer awards, and nobody wants to mention her. All right? Anyways, we're going to hear from Dr. Amy right now. Go ahead and hit it, Stan.
Well, you got to... You wanted to do a break first.
All right, well, let's do a break first then. All right. Would you quit mixing me up? Damn it, Stan. You're over there mixing me up, and just incredible. All right, call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Go ahead, treat yourself to a new Chevy from Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. Right now, get $10,250 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star 4-wheel drive, or 0% APR for 72 months. Chevy, more reliable than Honda, Toyota, and Ford. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Stop in for full details at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, 100 Fairgrounds Road. Chevy, find new roads.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
The Akara
Car Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Car Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Deleka Car Broker Owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Car Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Car Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Dreams really do come true.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Some of us, not all of us, have armed security.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of those guns. You're telling everyone else in this country, get rid of those guns. As JJ mentioned, you're going to have a lot of anti-gun laws coming up. Well, the first step in that ought to be that all these Democrats should lose their armed protection.
Right.
All of them. Obama, Hillary, all these people need to lose their armed protection. Then talk to us about gun laws, all right?
Yeah.
Police. So should we tear down all the walls? And then we live in houses, don't we? A lot of us live in houses and apartments. All right? And, the last time I looked, there were walls around my house.
Mm-hmm.
There was a door with a lock on it.
Right.
Well, let's get rid of all that stuff. It's immoral.
Yeah, I mean, the arguments that they have are just so... They don't make sense.
Lame, I think.
I mean, if they had a good argument about something, okay, fine. But these are obviously, and with all the reversals of their positions, which agreed totally with the president. Well, maybe not the cement walls, but he's come along with that. He's okay. He doesn't have to use a cement wall. He can use other walls. Fences, or you can call them whatever the hell you want, a barrier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no big deal. So why are they treating us like we're stupid? I mean, does anyone out there believe what they're saying? Do they believe in what they're saying about this? Do they not understand what's going on at the border? Please give me a call. 573-364-4433. And right now, we're going to hear from Amy Cooper Hakim.
Now if you feel that you can't go on because all of your hope is gone and your life is filled with much confusion until happiness is just an illusion and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out.
Ladies and gentlemen, bad boss expert sold butcher knives out of her car trunk. Mirror lover, motivational speaker, writer, and the official shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show. God knows we need her. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Hi, doing well, thank you.
Hey, how do you manage a demanding boss?
The best thing to do in that type of a situation is to truly set boundaries. A lot of times clients come to me with a demanding boss. Let's say the boss gives a list of deliverables. All of them are due by the end of the day or the end of the week. And then that employee is diligently working on those tasks, and all of a sudden the boss says, oh, no, you've got to do this. And that one extra task will totally throw them off and cause them to be incredibly stressed out. So the right response in that instance is, sure, boss, I can tackle this new task. However, this other one will be handled next week. Or this other one will go to the bottom of the list. Just want to make sure that's okay. And so we are able to accept difficult or challenging requests from a boss, but we also need to respect ourselves and manage our time effectively. So being really clear with the way that we communicate what we can do and what they can expect from us is really important.
So it's almost like a floating goal, you know? It's like,
sure.
You got a goal and you're striving towards it, and all of a sudden they move the goalposts, you know? So that's pretty interesting. Hey, how do you complain constructively to get what you want?
Well, we have to make sure we take the word complaint out and instead really think of that constructive component. So when we're constructive in our critique, and we're not whining, but rather making a suggestion that will help not only ourselves but the other party, then that other side is more likely to listen. So if we couch our complaint in that constructive manner. So, for instance, hey, boss, in my experience, I've seen. Or I was reading an article and noticed that top companies in our industry do this. Then we're able to shift and get that other person's attention so that, of course, we all want to do as well as we can. We all want to be as productive as possible. And so I'm going to want to listen to that suggestion, not the complaint, but that positive, constructive critique. And when we have that idea and that mindset and we come across that way, then we're not the whiner. We're the person who's enabling the other individual to do better than he would have done before he heard that suggestion.
That's a very interesting point, because my next question was, isn't it true you shouldn't just complain, but should suggest a solution to the problem?
Yes, exactly.
There you go, I swear.
Because there we go.
If you don't believe me, Jesse will read it. No, it's true.
No, but it's really important.
I agree with that.
Too many people are always just complaining, and complaining for the sake of complaining. Sometimes in certain relationships, especially personal relationships, we sort of take on that role as either the complainer or the person who listens to the complaints. And it's not fun either way, especially though the person listening to the complaints. And so when we are able to be constructive, here's what I think we should do, and here's why I think it will be effective, then that person's more likely to say, you know what, hey, I'm going to listen to this.
You know, it's good, and I'm in that situation right now, but they don't listen to me. It's sad, but they're starting to. They're not listening to me per se. They're getting this. They're going after solutions that I suggested without giving me acclamation for it, which is fine. But it took so long, it created more problems. Anyways, that's my problem, and I will have to hire you later as my psychologist, so you can give me some advice. But this is good stuff. Hey, some mirror aficionado once said, we should always be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and smile. Who said that?
I love that you keep quoting me. I feel so very special. I love that quote specifically because we need to make sure that our actions are actions that we are comfortable with. So at the end of the day, we answer to ourselves and perhaps to, if we believe in religion, to a God or something like that. But we have to make sure that we are able to look in the mirror and say, I'm comfortable and confident and proud of what I did. And if we can't do so, then we need to perhaps check ourselves out, put ourselves, try to come up with some way to balance ourselves so that we respond and react in ways in which we can truly feel proud. And I think that's critical, because there's so much in society today where a lot of our actions are truly placed under a microscope. It used to be when I would coach someone years ago, I'd say, imagine that someone had a video recorder and they were recording your actions, every action you did, whether it be how you spoke to the janitor or but nowadays everyone does that. so that's not good advice anymore, because we can literally be filmed and videoed with an iPhone without even knowing.
You can't get away with nothing anymore.
No, but we still have to have ourselves and hold ourselves accountable first and foremost. And anyone who says it's all this person's fault, not mine, isn't being a grown-up. We all have some, even a smidge of a role in something that is this relationship or this action, this incident. And so we have to take part, and we have to know that we have done our very best at however big or small our role is in that relationship.
Now, here's my mirror quote. I say, smile in the mirror each morning. It may be the only one you get back all day. Where can people find you?
Thank you. My book, Working with Difficult People, is anywhere books are sold. I also have a website, cooperstrategicgroup.com, amycooperhakim.com, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Amy Cooper Hakim.
Dr. Amy, I've got some exciting news. I was promoted to the head snow remover. Why? Because I always come to work plowed. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. What are you shaking your head at? Jesse's over there shaking his head. That's wrong. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Amy. And have a great weekend. Shabbat shalom.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Maybe I should try to do that, come to work plowed. How would that work out, do you think, Stan? I don't think it'd be very good. I don't think, this show is invigorating as it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think I do very good. I need every sense, every amount of awakeness I can have.
Yeah.
With all the preparation work, and it has to all be in balance. You can't over-prepare because you can't tire yourself out. You got to get rest. That's a part of it. And I got to get, the great breakfast that Lisa always makes me, which is toasted everything bagel with sliced tomato, with cream cheese, with lox and sauteed onions.
Salmon?
It's to die for. Yeah,
salmon?
That's lox. Yes.
Not too much salmon this time?
Yes, very good.
Well, you said last week,
Yeah, it was too much, a little bit too much last time. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Lee from Richland. If Rip Van Winkle would have fell asleep before Donald Trump became president, then woke up after the wall was built, he would be thanking the Democrats for keeping their campaign promises.
That's exactly right. Campaign promises and their votes. They voted to do it. Where'd they go?
Somebody was complaining about Trump estimating the wall height on some politician's wall as being 10 foot when it's 8 foot. But the thing is the wall may be 10 foot because if it could have a footing underneath it, it may be a couple of feet deep, and the footing could also keep people from digging underneath it. So who knows? It could be a 10-foot wall. It could be 2 foot below the bottom and 8 foot above the top. But anybody with common sense know that you're taking a guesstimate out there. If it's of the height of it. That the whole point was they just was out to bash them over a.
Well, sure. And you can adjust the wall if there's a problem with the wall. You can make it. You can make it higher. You could make it lower. You can to prevent people from tunneling. You could make it prettier. You could put a door in it so you can admit people at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, and it's a simple idea, and it's not that expensive, as Trump is saying. And I believe him. First of all, it's going to save a lot of lives, a lot of human suffering with the drugs and the woman coming in getting raped in this country, and the children being used as sex objects. I mean, it'll save tons of money for that, and lives, and misery, and then it's going to save all the welfare that they don't have to pay.
Right.
And all the schooling, these kids, they don't just the kids that come in, they go to school, they don't know the language. All of a sudden, these kids are dumped in these schools, and schools don't know what to do with them because they don't speak the same language.
Well, one thing is a lot of people coming in wanting all these freebies, and the Democrats are far handing out the freebies. But once they get enough control over this government, then the freebies will stop. There will be no more freebies then.
What do you mean? Once the Democrats get control?
The Democrats get enough control.
Yeah.
Eventually, all the freebies they're using for Loomer will stop.
I don't understand your point. I'm not sure I agree with it.
Well, the thing is that right now, if they go like some of these communist countries, do they treat them real well, or do they make them work their heinies off?
Well, if they don't really have to have elections, like real elections, that's one thing. All right. If we still have to depend on an election, they still got to be paying off these people for their votes.
Yeah, that there, but I wouldn't be surprised they get enough control. They would want to do away with.
If they get away with it, they probably would want to get. If you gave them the choice, they will take over and not have elections. The people in power, right? The people in power in the Democratic Party believe they've got all the answers. They have every single answer. They don't need to be told what to do. If you're telling them what to do, you're an idiot. Okay? You're a Donald Trump. You're just a dope. Am I wrong? I'm not speaking about you that way. I mean, Stan has said stuff about you, but I don't understand. I don't know. I don't agree with Stan about you. I think
do not.
I think
that's hurt one of my personalities.
We did this joke last week. You got to get new material, Lee. We did it.
You're getting paid for the jokes. I'm not.
Believe me, I'm not getting paid for the jokes. I'm getting paid I'm getting paid besides the jokes. Okay, it's all extra.
Well,
it's all extra
jokes.
I'm throwing.
I better get also somebody with a more intelligent conversation.
I just want you to know I'm throwing sprinkles on the ice cream cone of my show right now with jokes.
All right,
there you go.
Bye.
Thank you, Lee. You have a great weekend. Hi there. Whoops. Did you press it or what?
Yeah. It's on.
Hi there. I'm sorry. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I got mixed up with the phones. I don't know. Made a funny sound. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Man, you must have tapped into that medical marijuana or something. Okay. My name is Martin from Edgar Springs, the other country.
I know who you are.
Listen, I just wanted to let you know.
Yes.
He may have said you got paid for your jokes, but Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer were paid to be a joke.
There you go. That's a very good ad lib there. And he had to ad lib it because we just said that.
Yeah, that couple that they're imitated as being, I hear that they're filing a lawsuit because my lawyer, Willie Whiplash, said they contacted him, and he's going to sue Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi for imitating these people without their permission. So watch for that to happen real soon.
I mean, it'll be really interesting. If Saturday Night Live had a clue, they'd be doing a real good skit on this. Yeah. I mean, it's perfect for them. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I want to tell you, he brought up a very good point, and that is once they tend to get power, they pull things away from the people. Barack Obama, when he offered the young people a chance, to get rid of their, to get rid of their student loans and stuff like that, to take care of them. What they didn't tell anybody is they also got a law to where those kids will have to pay that back or they will not get Social Security at the end of their life. They can tap now into their Social Security. And those people, I'll tell you what, if Republicans had done that, they'd have been run out of town on the rail. And look how much money he took out of Medicare, $800 billion for his own little fund, and not a peep from anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
he's well on his way to be a billionaire. He goes from being worth practically nothing, and in 8 years he becomes a billionaire. How's that?
Yeah.
That's a good job to have, isn't it?
The bottom line is on this is that about 2009, 2010, a study was done for the Democrats on the people coming across the border.
Yeah.
And it tended to come across that all over 90% of these people could be brought into the Democrat fold. And that's when they started changing all their verbiage about, well, these are just poor individuals.
Well, yeah.
You know, so that's why
I'm
they
going to tell you
one
what,
thing
though.
one way.
They got a problem because they're losing a lot of blacks right now with the Blexit.
Yes.
And here's the point about, you know, the blacks have been paid off for generations, 70 years of Johnson and, 60 years, but before that, the welfare state, the single mothers, the crisis in the black neighborhoods, and they still went and voted Democrats. Why? Because they get welfare. They get paid to vote. Okay, and they get paid. They get paid and told that they're victims, that they can't make it in this country. They are told they are inferior by the Democrats, not by people like Donald Trump, who's showing them that, hey, give us a shot. I think we can do this. And black unemployment now is the lowest in its history, and that goes for the Latinos too. Getting other Latinos to replace the legal Latinos or even the dreamers in this country, I don't believe that's a good strategy because it turns off the Latinos already in this country. And I think a lot more of them voted
and
for
blacks.
Trump than they ever guessed would, and I think it's happening to the blacks too.
Right.
Absolutely. All right, good call, my friend.
You bet.
And you're not even calling to get a free McDonald's gift card. I'm gratified and I'm amazed.
We appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Hey, I did get the other one. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Good deal.
All right.
Take care now.
Okay, what is this? Am I in a doctor's office or what? I hear the beeping sound.
I have no idea. It was on his phone.
It's like I wonder if he's having if he's on a machine that, you know.
He might have been. Yeah.
He has a heartbeat machine or something. You know?
It was his phone, though, yeah.
Oh, it was his phone, all right.
Yeah, not ours.
I was beginning to look at my veins if Alicia had stuck something in me to detect whether or not I had a heartbeat or had a heart at all. All right, we're going to take a break right now while I look for my heart.
Good luck with that.
Okay, yeah, no, thanks for that, Stan. I heard you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. All right, we'll be right back. Call 573-364-4433, and you can comment about Stan's brain, too. You know what? Get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri, and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett, broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
Price Chopper and Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper and Rolla.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call
A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Shakespeare in the Park. Laura Loomer stormed the stage, interrupting the performance, denouncing the depiction of violence against the right.
So the American people would really like to know, what happened to your 33,000 emails? What happened in Benghazi? Go read the book.
There is a young female conservative journalist by the name of Laura Loomer. She caught up with Maxine Waters and had a little chat with her.
Where are conservatives allowed to go? Please come. Are there separate? Do we sit at the back of the bus?
This elevator is members only. It's a members elevator. Ma'am, it's a members elevator.
Stunned silence from former FBI Director James Comey as he finally faces a tough question.
Hey, Mr. Comey. Hey, how is it ethical to brief the President of the United States on an unverifiable and salacious dossier to not tell him that his political opposition, Hillary Clinton, paid for that?
KKID Salem Rolla. And we'd like to welcome our new sponsor, VIP Properties.
Oh, you're reckoning me as a VIP?
Yeah, you are a VIP.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so
Mostly
proud. Oh, no,
Pat
no, it's a
Tackett,
company.
though. And
well, yeah. No, great. Thank you for signing up, VIP.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. Hey, let's mention another thing. We've got... what do I want to mention? I want to mention that Pompeo made a speech from Egypt yesterday, and it just nails Obama's duplicitous loyalty to the United States and to his real loyalty, which seems to be, during his presidency, the Muslim Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, here's a guy that hid his relationship with Louis Farrakhan. They got a picture of him. And Louis Farrakhan, they kept it hidden for the whole time.
Right.
Well, Farrakhan was out there talking about him, and they were good friends. And he obviously carried, he went out on this apology tour, and, he let ISIS go. We'll see how President Trump does it. They're starting to pull a few troops out of Syria, but I don't believe we're going to have the same problem with Trump that we did with Obama. Under Obama, they got a caliphate, that's ISIS, that was the size of Florida. Now they've got 99% of it or more ripped from them by the Trump administration. Well, Trump is going to pull a few troops out, but I don't think he's going to let it go if they start to grow again, because they're a direct threat to us, to Israel, to the whole Middle East. The Christians in the Middle East have suffered a genocide, and they've gone at least 2 or 3 years ago when they interviewed Ron Dermer, the ambassador from Israel to the United States. They've gone from being 20% of the population of the Middle East just decades ago to 4% in a very short period of time. they're either getting killed or they're escaping. And many of them are, it's still going on. It's still going on. Anyways, we're back on the show. Call 573-364-4433. And I think, are we set up for our next...
Laura Loomer.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Laura Loomer. By the way, that was part of... You can see her year in review on my site, on her site. And that's going to give you... I'm going to play one or two of these each week until I'm done with it. There's about 6, 7, 8 minutes of it. And the stuff that she has done in just 1 year, compared to all these people out there in the media, they don't work. They do not do any work. They don't do any tough work. It's all easy for them, all right? You see the kind of stuff she goes against, and she is huge. And by the way, that was Sean Hannity who was commenting on her, and Rush Limbaugh. In fact, that the thing on Maxine Waters was how I got to connect with her, because I was putting that bit into the show, and I was telling her on Twitter that I was doing that, and I'd like to have her on my show. And then I heard Rush talking about it, just like you heard. All right, and that's when I contacted her. I said, "You know you're on Rush Limbaugh's show?" She didn't know. So, I figured at that point, well, she's on the Rush Limbaugh show now. I'll never get her on my show.
Right.
But she's been loyal on my show, so hopefully she'll stay there and but go on to do other big things. All right. We're going to be right back. What did I say? We're going to do an interview,
Laura
right?
Loomer, yeah.
Laura Loomer, hit it. Arabic must have been. They must have had a problem with Arabic too, right?
No, in fact, the official Twitter page for Hamas, which is, of course, a terrorist organization that kills Jews, their Arabic translations were working perfectly fine. You could translate. So this was a targeted attack on Jews and on Israelis, and, of course, on Netanyahu probably himself. And when I exposed it, other people started to catch on. But instead of confirming, yeah, Hebrew translations were turned off, these fake news reporters had to say, well, Hebrew translations were turned off, but it's not because of the reasons why Laura Loomer said. But they didn't provide any evidence of their claims, right? So they labeled me as a conspiracy theorist because I pointed out the fact that over the last few months, Twitter has had several anti-Jewish incidents, including one from about a month or so ago when they allowed for, and I kid you not, hashtag kill all Jews to trend on Twitter. I mean, they literally allowed for hashtag kill all Jews to trend on Twitter.
Yeah, no problem with that, right, folks?
Right, no problem with saying kill all Jews. So then Twitter ended up having to release a statement. They didn't release it publicly, of course. They kind of swept it under the rug and kept it very private when some reporter reached out to them, and they tried to say that it was a glitch. Right. But I've been speaking to several software engineers and experts who have told me that there's no way that one language translation, especially Hebrew, would have been affected by a glitch. If there was a glitch in their entire software or their code, it would have affected all translations or more than one translation. So people who I know who work inside tech companies have told me that Twitter's excuse is definitely a lie.
Now, another thing is that no one seems to want to give you credit for your work. And that includes, of all things, Fox News.
Right.
And I wrote a column about this after I contacted Howie Kurtz and TV Joe Concha, and said, I'd like it if you guys would look into this. And I did it in a tweet, and Facebook notice. Now, I haven't heard from Howie Kurtz, but Concha aggressively slammed me. And, well, I kind of, fought back, too. And I wrote a column about it. It's on my site, daveweinbaum.com. I sent it to Jewish World Review. We'll see what happens. But to me, you being banned from your story about the Women's March is about as nasty as it gets. What about you?
Yeah, no, I definitely think so as well. And here I am, right? I am breaking these stories, and I'm calling these Jew haters out. I'm the only person who confronted Linda Sarsour to her face about her Jew hatred. I'm the only person who asked Alyssa Milano to disavow Linda Sarsour. And immediately following my confrontation with her at Politicon, which went absolutely viral, right? She disavowed Linda Sarsour. So I never get the credit I deserve, and then people try to swoop in and act like they're the reason why this is happening.
Yeah,
when
to me, this is intellectual theft by Fox News.
Yeah, but
am I wrong?
Fox News likes to steal my work.
I'm being lectured by Joe Concha about the ethic standards and the ethic codes of journalists in a off the record comment, which in itself is suspicious.
Right. Well, what did he say?
Well, we'll soon find out, because I'm sure he's going to have some response to this column if it gets out there enough. Anyways, you can find it on my site right now, and hopefully you put it on your site too, will you?
Yeah, no, I definitely will. But I hope that people will realize that, I don't do this for free. It's not a hobby. This is my job, and I put a lot of my own money and time into this, and it's not like I'm being backed by these mainstream media companies. And so when I invest my time and money into traveling to California to attend Politicon and confront these people when the rest of the media is sitting by doing absolutely nothing, it's pretty unethical for them to just ignore me, act like I don't exist, and say, wow, like Alyssa Milano just magically disavowed Linda Sarsour. I wonder why this happened, right? And I think that there's a lot of sexism too. I think that a lot of these men in the media, especially men at Fox News, I'm not trying to play the gender card here or say that I'm a victim, but I feel like men in the media have a really hard time giving women credit for work. I find that there's a problem with their egos, and I also find that these mainstream media companies are very threatened by independent journalists who often scoop them on stories like I have, and it's wrong, because you should be giving credit where credit is due.
We're already got a 2-week interview here, so I got to get going here. I got another person coming on. Listen, where can people find you and contribute to you, Laura?
You can subscribe to my website, lauraloomer.us, and you can donate as well. You can support my investigative journalism on my website or on my PayPal, paypal.me/Laura Loomer.
And full disclosure, I contribute to Laura Loomer too. Hey, Laura, I live in a conservative town, and the reason I know this is that all the road signs say "Keep right." Laura Loomer, everybody. Thank you so much, Laura. Best wishes for a new year, and keep the faith. Okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So all these people were giving her credit, and stuff, and now they don't mention her. And she broke the story on the Women's March. I mean, the Women's March is dissolving because of Laura Loomer. It is absolutely Pulitzer Prize kind of stuff. She confronts Comey, Hillary, Chelsea. I'm telling you, this she's got more guts than I ever had. All right, and I don't know if it's guts or nuts to chain yourself to Twitter door. I couldn't see me doing that, because anybody could have done anything to her. She wouldn't have been able to escape. You handcuffed yourself to the door.
Well, she's good looking, so to her, they'd go up to her and say, "Hey, baby, it's cold outside. Let us unhook you."
That would be worse.
They left your butt.
Then they'd risk actually maybe being banned by Twitter, like her. All right, so we're back on the show, and I think, we haven't heard about Trump Dog for a while.
We haven't.
But I wanted to make sure I got this Pompeo speech in. I did, didn't I? Yeah. But he just nailed Obama's policies in the Middle East and talked about what a relief we're having now. We have a real good understanding with many of the countries, including Saudi Arabia, including Egypt, which is actually aligning with Israel. Can you believe that? And other countries as well. Israel's making a lot of progress in Africa, too, in South America. So, and that's where the rabbi comes in every week, and I can do a whole show with them, really, and not have enough time to talk about all the achievements that Israel is having right now, and with the help of the United States under Donald Trump.
Right.
You know, if Donald Trump wanted to run for prime minister in Israel when his 2 terms are done, I'm pretty sure he could get elected. He might have to learn Hebrew first, but still.
Well, Netanyahu's having a little bit of problems.
What's that?
Netanyahu's still having some problems.
Well, yeah, but that's the same kind of problems Trump has. There are investigations, they want to indict him, and all this other crap.
Right.
So you got to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. Or a grain of matzo ball soup. Yeah. Hit it, Stan.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow was up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
Oh, my goodness. It always reminds us of balls.
Yeah.
And the president's got them, and the Democrats don't.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, anyways. Hey, call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Dreams really do come true. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300. For
the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It's important to recognize the difference between these two things. Okay, just because a country has some socialist programs does not make it a socialist country. So, for example, Canada has socialized medicine. Canada is not a socialist country. Canada is a capitalist country with socialist medicine. It's important to separate these two things out because otherwise what you get is, look at Canada, what a socialist paradise where everybody has a really high income and everything's great, or the Nordic countries where everybody has a really high income and everything's great, and they have nationalized health care. It's like, right, nationalized health care is the socialist part, and the really high income is the non-socialist part. Right, the part of the living standard that's actually really good, that's the part that's not socialist. And it's important to distinguish these two things because when you conflate them, you're doing something inaccurate. Right? Socialism requires abolition of the profit incentive. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is endorsed by the Democrat Socialists of America and consider herself a member of that group, they have openly stated that they wish to abolish the profit incentive, which is the incentive that has driven the greatest increase in wealth in the history of mankind.
And this reflects a phone call that I got last week from a guy who I guess he is kind of a hacker. His name is Terry up there in Canada. And if you're living, this is my response to you, is that, yes, Canada has socialized medicine. I do know of many instances where people have come out of Canada because they couldn't get a operation or couldn't get on the list soon enough to have their use of their medical system up in Canada and came to the United States. Mm-hmm. And what I do know, having read most of the Obama bill, the original bill, which I believe was tampered with and changed, was that it had things like two militias in it to be run by the president, who happened to be who?
Barack Obama.
That's right. I mean, it had all sorts of, it was like 2,700 pages or so? You know, I mean, if it's bigger paper, then you got more. I mean, if you got bigger print. But it was meant to be a dumping ground for a basis to have government not only take over health care, but everything else in our lives. And it should have never, ever passed muster in the Supreme Court because it was making people buy stuff. Right. And you shouldn't have to do that on a national basis. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill, Salem.
Hey, Bill.
Bill? Salem. Okay. You know, I feel like the soup Nazi guy. I want creamy tomato and bread.
We love you. We love you.
Okay, no soup for you, Bill, but I will listen to your comment. What's going on?
Oh, I was just I've been kind of busy this morning. If you touched on this and I missed it, sorry about that.
All right.
But these people, this is like the first paycheck the federal people will miss is today.
Yes.
And I just kind of cracking up because they're saying all these people are going to lose their houses, their cars, and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like if you have any kind of a payment record, that you sit there and call and they should know who you work for and say, hey, as soon as we get paid, we'll make the mortgage payment.
Right. I think you're absolutely right. There's nothing going to happen to these people that's
fabricated.
Bad. You know, and the ones that... Go ahead.
It was a funny thing. They had a thing in the Huffington Post where a person had wrote in, or had, they're saying, we needed to get Kleenex and cat litter, and spending that $30 is going to be a troublesome. And I'm going $30 for kitty litter and.
Well, they probably live in a $450,000 shack,
right,
somewhere in Virginia, right, which is what they pay for homes up there.
Well, yeah, I know, but still, $30 for kitty litter and Kleenex. I mean, buy some sand and use toilet paper to blow.
Oh, that was a good one there, Bill. I'll tell you what. All right, what else you got? You got anything else, buddy?
Well, I'm just amazed that so many people are that terrible with money that they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know money's tough at times.
Listen, they got problems. They got problems on the East Coast too with these M13 gangs, especially in Maryland and D.C. area, and they're coming. A lot of them are coming off of the border, southern border, and they're killing people. They're killing kids and raping people, raping kids. And they're chopping them up with machetes and knives and stuff like that. So a lot of them understand. A lot of them are sacrificing right now, and I get that. And I wouldn't want to sacrifice it myself, but I'd do it if I had to, because it's important. Either you're going to have a country or you're not. So right. You got to make up your mind.
And I like how one of those mainstream media, they had like 8 federal employees, and they go, who's upset that, they're going to miss their check, and say, see, they don't agree with the law.
Yeah.
And
there you go. All right. Well, thank you, Bill. You have a great weekend, and thanks for calling the Dave Weinbaum Show. I do appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. I felt like I almost cut him off a little bit, but, you just can't. I mean, I can't. I listen to other guys and how they do it and stuff like that. Right. And pretty much it's over. I think it was over at that point, don't you?
Yeah.
You can say something for next week.
Right.
You can call back.
Now, we got some more Ben Shapiro. Do we want to hear some more of that? Because he just talked after the end of that.
Yeah, although I thought one of them was in the next break.
It is.
Break 7.
It is, yeah.
So let's keep them in order. Okay. And we have one more interview,
Yes, we do.
Why don't we do one more break? We'll do Deanna. And we'll then do this other stuff. That's all we got is that one more interview, and then we're free to move.
That's right.
All right, so let's do a break. Call 573-364-4433 and tell me what's wrong with me, because Lisa is my only source for that. Get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Voting for the use of force is still the use of force. If 2/3 of us vote to rob at gunpoint the other third of the people in this room, that is still force. That is still tyranny. The founders recognized this, which is why they built a system of checks and balances. They were worried about the tyranny of the majority explicitly. They created a constitutional system to prevent exactly this, to prevent the idea that, oh, you said it's democratic. Well, that means it's okay now if we decide to oppress some discrete and insular minority in the language of the Supreme Court with regard to race. Well, that applies with regard to economics, too. If you have some people voting to take away other people's money, that doesn't make it democratic and it doesn't make it fair. Which brings us to the third claim that socialists make, which is that socialism is fairer than capitalism. It's a fairer, more moral system. This is the one that gets a lot of folks. You have Bernie Sanders up there, and he says things, it's so irritating. Bernie Sanders' entire shtick is he says things that are wrong with the world and then offers no solution. But because they're wrong with the world, people think that he's smart. Okay, Bernie Sanders is not a smart human.
Well, pretty big conclusion there from Ben Shapiro, and I've got a caller. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Thanks for waiting. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill Flanagan, driving along, heading home to St. Charles, Missouri.
Cool. Hey, what's going on? The Cardinals are about ready to get started, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are, and promising season ahead.
I hope you're right. What's going on, man?
Hey, great show. First time calling in. Really
thanks.
Enjoying it. I love Ben Shapiro.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, I tell you what, my getting off the chest is the whole border argument and everything. And what blows me away in all of it is, you know, the midterms were lost by the Republicans. A lot of people say it was the suburban moms, soccer moms, all that were turned off by him. But what just blows my mind is, right away, all they had to do was look at their 401k and market reactions and just the feelings of uncertainty. Some claim it's the Fed and other things. I just think it was unease was just introduced again to the public before all this positivity could come completely to fruition. But they didn't act in their own best interest. They are free to vote however they are. They didn't act in the best interest of their children. And I don't even know why the border thing is even an issue. If people are coming across the border, they're bringing diseases into the country possibly, or sick, that we have either eradicated already, or there are new strains of it get reintroduced. We're seeing more occurrences in our country of diseases that are native to tropical climates. Those are all up. And that alone, just protecting our children, should be enough for everybody to say, yes, that's important. And so I feel like the whole attitude of the Democrats is almost like an insurance company. Well, we'll take our bets, and, you know, not everybody's going to get wiped out in this problem, so, you know, we'll insure everybody because not everybody's going to be in bad shape. But, you know, it's like an actuarial table instead of human beings.
Yeah.
And I just don't see what is wrong with. I don't even see how there is an argument here.
Well, you're on my team with that. I don't get it. I just don't understand what they're. How do they think this looks good? Do they think we're all stupid? Do they think none of us pay attention? I don't get it myself.
That's interesting to me, and it blows my mind that in our country like them or not, you see the direction we were heading in. Get the man 4 years, unobstructed. Give him a chance. Give him 4 years and vote him out if it doesn't work. But, I mean, we just can't.
Well, they've been working to take over the presidency since before he was elected.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I think starting with school children, et cetera, the indoctrination has started. We've lost focus of what our history was. Not that it was all great, but hey, the values and traditions in the country are good. And, there were times we didn't follow them. But by and large, the principles are great. And we're losing that right now completely.
All right, my friend. Hey, listen to me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for picking the show up, and I'm glad you like the show. And if you like the show, you can listen to it live streaming on daveweinbaum.net up there. And I am a Cardinals fan. I'm a Cardinal season ticket holder for like 35 years now. How about that?
Fantastic.
So
that's fantastic.
And I'll actually, sadly, but with mixed feelings, be watching the Rams play this weekend.
I'm rooting for them.
So am I, by golly.
All right.
It's hard to stop that loyalty. Well, thank you so much, Bill, and say hello to all my friends up in St. Charles. You know a guy named, a lawyer named Todt, T-O-D-T?
I have heard of him, but I do not know him.
His father used to be my lawyer. His father passed away. Anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate the call. You have a great weekend. All right, that's Bill from Driving By. A drive-by caller.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
my show's so big, I get drive-by callers.
In 96 countries.
You know what that sounds like?
In 96 countries. That's a lot more than drive-bys.
98, 96 countries, as the rabbi says. Oh, Dave, there's 208 countries in the world. He says, you couldn't get half? Man, tough. Anyways, I love that. They listen to the show and they like it.
Yeah, that's
All right, now we've got Deanna Lorraine. We need to do this, right?
Okay.
What were you going to do?
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is passionate about making love great again. Star of TV, radio, blogs, and conservative writer, speaker, and author, the official matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Love Goddess, Deanna Lorraine. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, thanks. Are women or men sex dolls more or less popular as a trend?
Well, sex dolls for men are more popular than sex dolls for women at the moment, at least. There are more that are designed for men right now and that are on the market available for men. And it makes sense because right now men are experiencing that drought a little bit more than women are at the moment. And they wanted to get their functional needs met. But in time, they really are trying to normalize sex dolls also for women, which I think is a very scary thing. And it's a sad state of our society that has men and women going to the functional needs of sex more so than just understanding the value of a human relationship, a meaningful, intimate relationship with another person.
How do we prevent this? I mean, we're going to go extinct. In fact, the
Yes,
people who do have relationships, good or bad, are the ones that are going to take over the world.
Yes, they will. We are going to head towards societal collapse if we don't make any changes soon. And this is what I write about in my book. This is in my frightening future chapter of my book. I believe it's chapter 11. And why I put that in there is because people don't understand this is a real problem. Once we start turning men and women, into addicts, basically, just for the functional needs of sex, and that's what's happening. And it, it's not too hard of a stretch. I mean, it happened with pornography. It's also happening with virtual reality sex. It can happen with robots, and it is happening with robots. We're taking advantage of men's vulnerability, that a lot of men are not getting their needs met right now. They're not getting regular sex or even dates with women or any kind of affection from a lot of women. And same with women, but men are more likely to go down the rabbit hole of sex robots first. So this is why we need to make love great again. This is why we need to make our values great again and start teaching the values of a relationship and marriage again in our culture. But not only fix the culture, because, we need to reinstate more conservative values again in our culture, right? And do away with liberal values, if you can call them values, because they're the ones that are destroying this fabric of our society. But we need to work on the culture, but also the legal system to make marital, the marital arrangement and divorce and family court laws more fair and equitable for men. We need to do that. Otherwise, men will just not come to the table anymore. And they'll feel like, well, what am I getting out of marriage? If there's a 50% divorce rate, and if I do happen to get divorced and I get the crap end of the stick afterwards, then really, what incentive do I have to marry a woman? Why not just stay hanging out? Why not just stay living with her or hanging out and being in a relationship with her? So those laws need to change to be fair and equitable for men. And, this maybe segues to another point. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, is getting a divorce now.
Yeah.
So, and they're divorcing in a no-fault state, right? In Washington.
Right.
In a no-fault state. So, ouch. He is basically, his wife is entitled to half of all of his earnings since they got married. And that would be about $75 billion, right? $75 billion, making her the richest woman in the world for divorcing him.
Amazing.
Now, yes, and a lot of men are up in arms over this and saying, see, this is a reason why I don't want to get married, because this could happen to you. But, I also don't really agree with no-fault divorce, to be honest with you. I think that if there is a fault in a marriage, then that person should be the one who pays more, or that the other spouse shouldn't be entitled to pay certain things like alimony or whatnot.
It's one of the benefits of living in beautiful California, though.
Right, exactly. And this, Dave, you have not been single all your life, so you're aware of this.
We don't need to bring up my past, do we? Well, hey, let me ask you, can you estimate the damage that the left caused relationships by the Kavanaugh fraud?
Yeah, by the Kavanaugh fraud, that was such a short-sighted event. All they cared about was not getting Kavanaugh confirmed for their own selfish, short-sighted reasons, because they wanted to keep power. What they may not have realized is the long-term consequences. They're lasting and they're lingering. And that was the last straw for so many men and boys who were witnessing that and saying, you know what, man, if women can just go after a man like a mob, like a witch hunt, for only one allegation, and the allegations were ridiculous, by the way. They were not proven. There was no evidence behind them. Then what could they do to me? What could they do to my son?
Sure.
Right? What could they do to my husband? And so they almost made women into this enemy that men need to protect themselves from. Women used to be men's safe spaces where men could run to for nurturing and joy and safety, right? And a feeling of euphoria and peace at the end of a hard day. Now, it's almost like women have become the enemy that men need to protect themselves from. I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit against them or a divorce slapped on them all of a sudden.
And it's the mantra of a whole party in the United States. There's a two-party system, and one of those parties are men haters. As Maisie from Hawaii, Senator Maisie, I don't know what her last name is.
Oh, she's the worst. Her Rosie.
She says with the support of the left that men need to shut up and step up. In other words, admit that you're guilty because the woman said it.
Exactly. If you watch that one video I did about, why we need to vote red, or America and your voice is dead, your voice meaning men, I put that clip in there because it's so powerful and telling. This is what she and the Hillary Clintons out there are all saying, that women are the future. Men need to just shut up and stand down. Or if you're going to stand up, then stand up and be with her, right? Stand up and be only siding with women because you no longer have a voice. Your voice doesn't matter because you're apparently toxic just for having a penis.
Now,
it's a scary world, and we need to stand up for our boys and men, or else that's the future.
Let me ask you this, because last week, because I did not ask you this question, the sales of the National Enquirer went up by 20%. So let's ask you this question. Do you have a social life update?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sure.
Everybody tune in now. Come on.
Oh gosh. There's some recent social and love in my life. I try to be very vague, obviously. I try to beat around the bush a little bit because I never like to say things publicly until things really come to fruition. Mm-hmm. And I think that's smart. But yes, there's been some developments recently, and there's some love in my life recently. And I think that it's developing further. And I'm looking forward to seeing this individual again and seeing what more, what else comes from it. And I think that he is a very good person, very good man. We have a lot in common, and we have some chemistry.
I'm getting chills up my spine.
And I'm going to leave it at there. You always put me on the spot.
You better leave it there because, the men are out there are just listening to this, and the women are all jealous now. I can tell that. Hey, Deanna, I was in love with an artist, once until she painted me into a corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Deanna Lorraine calling all the way from Los Angeles, right?
I'm in LA today.
All right.
Pick up my book, Making Love Great Again.
Yes,
on Amazon.
where can people find you?
Pick up my book, Making Love Great Again, on Amazon. Make it a part of your New Year's book club. And join me for all the action on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Deanna Lorraine 7.
Thank you, Deanna. You have a great weekend.
You too, Dave, as usual. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
So how cool is it to get a gal who's a relationship expert who I didn't know her from Adam. I think she kind of found me, all right? I don't remember, going, seeing her or anything. I think she just maybe sent me a Twitter offer or something. Yeah. And I think she asked me to come on the show. And, she's getting big. She's going to have her own show, maybe on Mark Levin TV. A couple other offers. She's always doing CNN and DC and Fox News. Yep. Mainly the Fox News that's in Washington, D.C., the local Fox News. She does stuff in L.A., and this is going to be very interesting, this social life update for her. And there's a lot you guys don't know about this. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right?
All right.
But there's more to it. Okay? All right, we're back on the show, and
she's probably a real nice lady, unlike this one here.
Yeah.
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi,
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer. I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
And I've got with me almost as good as Alexa is a Lisa right here. I've got a Lisa who just nags me. He's just what did you almost hit that car. You went off the curb. I want you to know I make driving look good.
You're a scary driver.
I'm an excellent driver.
You're a scary driver.
Even my friend out there, he knows I'm a good driver.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you need an Amazon Alexa.
Hey, do we have another? I've got plenty of stuff left. But if you want to call the show, I always take the callers whenever I can. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. Why don't we do extra number one? That would be Ben Shapiro, right?
All right.
Okay, hit it.
But socialism says that if I need something, that creates additional rights in me. Charity is about my duty to you. Socialism is about your rights from me. And what's weird about it is that those rights only accrue the less successful you become economically. So right now, I don't have a right to take your money. But if I were to lose all of my money in a stock market crash, then I would have the right to come and steal your wallet. I fail to see how my economic status impacts my right to take your stuff. I'm exactly the same person. And why exactly should my rights change based on whether I am poor or whether I am rich? Is why I sort of like the biblical system that says that judges are not allowed to discriminate in favor of the rich or in favor of the poor. Socialism says precisely the opposite. We're supposed to discriminate in favor of people who have been less successful financially. This isn't just unfair, by the way. This is the essence of jealousy and greed. I have less, therefore I get to take your things.
And it's a failed system. Where is it working? I mean, you're citing countries that might have socialized medicine. I think Israel has it somewhat, but they also have a capitalistic society, and they somewhat can balance that. But when you have the government own too much of anything, it's a risk that they're going to go deeper and farther into totally dominating their citizens. Right. Stopping elections like they did in China. Xi is now the president for life in China, and we don't want that in this country. Yeah, he got him to stop the election. He's president for life.
Oh my God!
There you go.
Well, that's what the Democrats want to hear.
Well, it seems that way to me. Now you've got these new Democrats. They're liberals, and they are socialist, communist. They are. Also, a few of them are Jew haters and Christian haters, and those are the Muslim gals that they have in Congress. Some of those who have said very nasty things about Jews and want Israel boycotted, which is totally anti-Semitic. That's what it is. I mean, you want to boycott the Jewish state? Well, that, by definition, is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And they want to actually kill the Jews, and have said so. So this is in our U.S. Congress, all right? They also don't have very nice things to say about Christians.
Right.
They want to have Sharia law, which is female genital mutilation. This is okay with them, all right? Well, that's not consistent with our Constitution. Doesn't work, all right? Anyways, Bernie and Ocasio-Cortez, these experts in socialism, Bernie has some major sexual harassments coming out of his 2016 campaign. And the new star on the House floor, Ocasio-Cortez, has been fined for not giving legal benefits that her workers in her campaign had. So she's got a fine to pay. Remember, I think she won on 17,000 votes within her thing, and now she's become the talk of the Democratic Party, and she doesn't know, and I can't say the word. She doesn't know jack.
Crapola.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's the one that said that anyone that makes like $10 million or more needs to be taxed at 70%. So they can pay for all this socialized medicine.
I mean,
stuff.
that's the new mantra of the Democratic Party now.
Exactly.
They're going to want to tax. I mean, how do you run on that?
Well,
is that really smart to do?
These guys that make that much money aren't going to be any new jobs or anything if they've got to take all their money and give it to the government. Yeah.
If you make $10 million and you got a company that makes that kind of money, you got all these people hired, why would you want to expand?
Yeah, well,
and have to pay 70, 80, 90%.
Right.
Why? What would be there's no incentive.
There is no incentive.
That's the problem with socialism.
Right.
Okay? The rich people, the smart people will not be incentivized to increase their wealth, which eventually they pay taxes with this wealth. And eventually all the money that is demanded upon, which is ever growing amongst others in the people that feel like they're victimized, and then pretty soon everybody runs out of money and you've got Venezuela.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. That's how it works. And every time they try it and go overboard with whole caste socialization, which you could go back to Nazi Germany. That's what they did. They had great health care in Nazi Germany, but then they started to be able to choose people for certain categories,
right? Like
Jews, like Catholics in some cases, like Christians, and it became legal to collect those people and exterminate them. Mm-hmm. We don't want that in this country, do we? We don't want to have a system like that makes us vulnerable to that kind of leadership.
Right.
And it could very well happen. You got, let's say, Russia, same thing. How many people did they kill over the years? 20, 30 million? China, under Mao Zedong, 20, 30 million people here. They're probably responsible for at least 100 million people killed combined in all just those three countries.
Right.
Okay? All right, so we're back on the show. And
speaking about money, there's this one guy here that would really like to make some money on his music.
Well, yeah. Who would that be?
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like...
But Snowflake, you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling. Everybody.
Or how about this?
As you wish.
Go rattle a paper or something.
To everyone you could tell.
Cut off her mic.
You've been crying over me, spying over me. Then you spread your views on the mainstream news. Shut up,
and
Stan.
Memories like
you don't know me. I heard that. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me.
Quit making fun.
I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores. And if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you...
All righty. We had a nice sing-along, at least with Stan. Lisa did one little part of it. And
I groaned a little bit. I was looking for a howl.
What are you talking about? Come on, that was pretty good. You know, I do the off notes on purpose because I don't want to have the pressure of having to produce really good songs.
Well, there you go.
Okay, I mean, I don't want that responsibility here. Because I know what's going to happen. They're going to want to sign me to a contract, and I'm going to be doing albums. And I won't be able to play golf or anything like that because it's going to take all my time. You know, so just leave me alone.
All that time in the sound studio.
Exactly. By the way, automation is to replace 40% of the workforce in about 15 years. Think about it. We've got drones now. We've got cars and trucks that will drive themselves, and it's going to replace a lot of people that aren't expecting it. I mean, if you got trucks that are going to drive themselves, what do you do with the drivers? You know, I mean, if you got if they automate a lot of restaurants like McDonald's and places like that, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, it's not. Are we prepared for this? I don't know. People have been talking about this for years and years and years. And we still have a lot of need. We need more workers for the jobs we've got right now. But is that about to change? I wonder. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and let me know what you think. Hey, Edward Buck, big Democratic donor. Within months, 2 black men were found dead at his home. Now, Democrat politicians are starting to return their contributions to Edward Buck, and we believe that Adam Schiff is also tied to this guy. All right, Ginsburg, the Supreme Court justice, is sitting out the Supreme Court session right now, and I guess they're going to deliver her the information. She's recovering from lung cancer surgery. But is it time that she might retire? That's another Supreme Court justice Donald Trump will be able to nominate. Now, my guess is, to avoid a Kavanaugh thing, and if he wants to make a point about getting the women's vote, he needs to, appoint a woman to Ginsburg's seat if she decides to retire. Because let the Democrats attack a woman, and they will, because he's not going to assign a liberal. He's going to assign a conservative. All right. Now, what are they going to do, Lisa?
Well, I'm not running.
Well, no, I don't think you have a law degree, do you?
It doesn't make any difference.
Well, I think so. I think you have to have a law degree to be in there, and so.
But no common sense.
Anyways. The Fiji water girl. Did anybody watch this at the Globes? I wasn't exactly watching it, but the big news that coming out of there is this gal that was dressed in blue and had a tray of Fiji water bottles. And what she would do is they have the runway where they have photos of these actors and actresses, and she'd stand just off the back, and she'd photobomb these. And it's the best thing that Fiji water has ever done, I think. And this girl made herself known worldwide. A pretty smart move on her part, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Huh? Her mama didn't raise no dummy, that's for darn sure. Kevin Hart movie coming out. Looks pretty good, actually. He plays a down-and-out black guy who's looking for work, and he gets a job with a guy that's paralyzed from the neck down, but he's rich, and so he's going to be this guy's personal nanny, personal servant, and he pays him a lot of money, and it looks like a really good movie. I kind of like Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty funny, and I think he's he's pretty honest about stuff. Jeff Bezos. 25-year marriage over, and he's worth about $150 billion, and his wife is liable to get $75 billion. You're looking at me like, oh my God. Don't worry, I don't have that kind of money. Forget about it. Let's see. Oh, Flake. Remember Jeff Flake? He's talking to small c, large BS. And, okay, at a certain point, 30 seconds, yes. At a certain point, you're flashing stuff at me, and I'm like ready to pass out. All right, so anyways, Flake is in talks with small c, big BS, a lot of BS. All right, another Trump hater at home right there. Chinese trade deal, Trump thinks they're going to do it. So thank you very much for listening. This has been the Dave Weinbaum Show. You have a great weekend. I'll be back with another edition next Friday.